Hi, good morning everybody. It's Maggie here with Tess. So what I'd like to do is perhaps give you a few more suggestions that might be able to help you over the next few days. I've actually gone into self-isolation. I'm mildly asthmatic and I've got an autoimmune disease. So it is a self-decision, but also the family were beginning to worry a little bit. So I don't want them to worry. An interesting thing, self-isolation. I'm still taking the dogs out for a walk because it's good to get out, but being careful not to sort of engage with people. Interesting day yesterday with thoughts whacking through my head about being self-imposed isolation. Interesting times, and what I'd like to do is perhaps help some of you that are at home perhaps feeling a little bit anxious. I actually have the doggy with me today, our Tess, and you can see stroking her. If you've got animals, you know, a rabbit, a cat, a dog, she loves lots and lots of stroking. But I was trying to say in my first video to you, actually gently stroking your dog, just feeling the fur or the cat, if they'll stay still, just for a minute. Perhaps we ought to be more dog. Dogs are very much in the moment. You know, they're loving all the attention. So it's a bit windy today, so that's exciting. So the little kitten's going mental in the house, so we've come over to my studio to record this video. So yes, we can stroke animals and just be in the moment of stroking them. It has been shown that if we stroke animals, it can bring the heart rate down, it can bring the blood pressure down. So if you are feeling particularly anxious, actually stroking one of your animals can actually be very helpful. Okay, so what are some of the things that might help you? If you've got a stone or a crystal, actually holding on to a stone or crystal can actually help you to focus. So what you do is you get your stone or your crystal or something similar to this and just hold it in your hand and just feel the texture of it. This is a crystal, so it's feeling nice and smooth. You can use a stone if you haven't got access to any crystals. Probably find a stone in the garden, and you just feel the texture of them. And is it cold, is it warm, is it smooth, is it rough? Just feel all those kinds of things. And sometimes just holding something in your hand, that's real, that's now, that's in the moment. So just holding on to that. So that's one thing that you can do if you find that your mind is sort of wandering. What actually happens to us when our minds start going, so this is something I made earlier, so you can see that's like all the thoughts whacking around in our heads. And if we can find a bit of space, so actually holding onto a stone, calming our thoughts down, we can actually help all those thoughts to calm down a little bit. So when we perhaps heard the news or we're worried about our jobs, we just go into this meltdown mode of all these thoughts just going around and round in our heads. If we can calm those thoughts down a little bit, then we've got a chance of actually making some sense of what's going on. So what actually happens, it's like, wow, suddenly things become huge. So through mindfulness and actually staying in the moment, we can hopefully help to keep things a little bit more in perspective. So as soon as we go, wow, it's awful, it's terrible, and we're projecting forward, we're actually kind of staying in the moment and just taking things from moment to moment, day to day, can actually help us not drift off and have all those moments where we get very, very stressed. As I said to you the other day, that actually the more stressed we get, that actually affects our immunity. So the more relaxed we can be, the more calm we can try and remain, the better it is for us. So this is another little exciting tool I've got, you know, something to perhaps focus on in a moment. I think I got this from Amazon a number of years ago, but some people love it, some people hate it, but different focusing things that we can use to help us not be quite so locked in our heads. A lot of people quite like adult colouring, so you can get these little books and colouring in. That's quite nice. It's a nice way of just focusing away for a few minutes. I think what I'd like to do for you as well is just to perhaps do a little breathing exercise, perhaps a little breathing meditation that might help some of you. So just get yourself as nice and comfortable as you can. If you can sit up as much as you can, obviously we want to open up the chest area so we can get the breath in. So as I was saying in my video, I think it was Monday, wasn't it, is just to breathe in and breathe out. Just follow the breath gently. So if you'd like to close your eyes, if you feel comfortable to do so, if we actually do close our eyes, it can help the concentration. So just gently close your eyes or lower your eyes and just get yourself as comfortable as you can, and just gently follow the breath in and out, breathing in and breathing out, just following the breath and going with the flow. And if any thoughts come into your head, just allow them to drift by. You might want to acknowledge them, you might want to say happy thought, sad thought, but just let them travel on by. So following the breath in and out, and just allow your body to just go with the flow. Allow your mind to go with the flow, just breathing in and breathing out, breathing in and breathing out, just following the breath gently in and out. Thoughts will come into your head, and that's perfectly okay. Just allow them to drift on by. We're very good at capturing thoughts and just expanding them out. A thought is just a thought. A thought is just a thought. We can allow it to pass by and just focus back on following the breath in and out. Just gently going with the flow, following the breath. Breathing in and breathing out. And your mind will wander. It's natural for your mind to wander, so don't get yourself too upset by doing that. Just go back to just following the breath. And when you're ready, just gently open your eyes. Well done, guys. Beginners to doing meditation do get a little bit worried that they won't have anything in their brain, or that they'll have lots of stuff in their mind. And it's quite natural for the brain, because it's so used to jotting all over the place, that suddenly you're trying to calm your brain down. So you just need to be a little bit gentle with yourself. And if your thoughts do start coming in, just gently go back to following the breath in and out. Or again, if you're doing one of the other things I suggested, like the stone, or like stroking your dog or your cat, is just going back to the task in hand. So I hope that helps some of you. I will come back in a few days' time and perhaps offer another few words that might help you. If you want any suggestions, please let me know if you'd like anything. All right, stay safe, stay well. Bye.